Welcome to my channel. Gamalam Ding Unati, and this is Unsta's capsule. Welcome to my channel. Welcome, fam, if you are a returning subscriber, because you family. Welcome back. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for your support. It is appreciated. It is appreciated. I appreciate your time for watching my videos. I appreciate your time for liking my videos. I appreciate your time for sharing my videos. And I appreciate your time for engaging on my videos. Love you. And if you are a new subscriber, welcome. I hope you stay. I hope you enjoy it here. And I'm praying you subscribe, you also share, and you also engage with my content. That helps with YouTube to do its thing, to share my videos to other new family members. Let's grow this family. Let's get my channel monetized this year, please. I cannot do it on my own. I need your support, and I'll play my part. I'll play my part. Trust and believe. All right. Okay, let's get into it. So today's video is a story time video. The tea is not piping hot, but it's tea nonetheless. I am doing my first story time. I never imagined that I would do one. I always thought I would never, because I thought I don't have a story to share that is worthwhile. And it just came to me actually this evening about, let me share this story. Okay, so here goes. Let me start here. Just to give you context, right? So between the ages of 16 and 18, right, I had 2 GBV experiences, violations, if I would call it that. They were both attempts to that thing that has a 4-letter word that starts with R. But fortunately enough, both of those incidences never led to the R. The first incident happened early in my teens. I mean, I was quite young. I didn't even have a boyfriend at that time. And what has stayed with me from that incident is what happened after. The conversation, the one conversation that I had with the closest adult. Oh, excuse me. The closest adult. They told me to wear pants. They told me to stop wearing short clothes and dresses and wear pants. Now, I was naive as anything growing up. I think I still am even now about some things. But back then, I just knew, but it was a lot of BS what was being said to me. Because it kinda, no, it's not even kinda, it kinda made me the problem. Me and my dresses and my skirts, the problem. So fine, I moved from that. Actually, that incident that led to that conversation escalated it too, because something else had happened, it was a minor big thing, and then that conversation was had. And then after that conversation was had, that conversation, or the fact that that incident, the minor big incident had came to light, escalated the issue to a point where it led to the incident that led to the attempted 4-letter word. Fine, we move. The second incident, we were at a house party with my friends, and 4 guys approached me at separate intervals while the party was going on, wanting to, and I was like, nah. And at that time I had a boyfriend. I was like, nah, boyfriend yam, nah, and for him to, and boyfriend yam. So at some point while the party was going on, I went to the ladies, and then when I came out, there were these guys standing in the passage, and one of them just picked me up. One picked me up, son. So while this thing is happening, I'm thinking, Njani, how can he just pick me up? Pick me up. They put me in this room, and then they put me on the floor. The memory of this incident, it's as if the minute I walked into the room, I had, and like my spirit left my body, because my memory, from what I can see, it says I can see, this is my view. It's like I'm seeing myself on the floor. I'm seeing everything happening. So he puts me on the floor, and the room is pitch dark. So I think I can see the one guy standing next to the door, and then there's another one standing at the back corner, and then there's this one, the one that picked me up right in front of me. I'm so cocky, kesana, and I think my silence is not the cockiness. I think it's shock. But inside, I'm like, there is no way, there is absolutely nothing you're gonna do to me, because the struggle I went through wearing those jeans earlier while preparing to come to this party, it was a struggle. So I was like, there is no way you are taking these jeans off, booty. Next thing, I'm just feeling a breeze. My ass is just cold, freezing. I'm like, and I think at this point, my spirit came from wherever it was, went back into my body. And then I remember hearing belt buckles going, and then I just let out the loudest scream that I've ever screamed. And by the grace of God and my ancestors, like, this happened, as I said, between the ages of 18, what did I say, 18 and, let's say between 16 and 18, 16 and 18, 16 and 18. By the grace of God, by that time, DJs were not a thing. We played CDs at house parties. We had house parties where we would play CDs. And I remember we were listening to Jonina, and the song kicked. Kicking is when it bounces like CDs did that back in the day. So again, and in order for you to get it running again, you needed to stop, get the CD out, wipe it, and then put it back in and play. So while that was happening with the Jonina song, CD kicking, there I am screaming, and that is the only way that they could hear. They heard me, because I have the softest voice ever. there could have been no way I could have shouted or screamed loud enough for my voice to echo or to vibrate or overpower umculo, you know. And then I ran out and my friends came. Oh no, I think my friends came first and then I ran out, because I remember when I ran out my pants were still yeah. So anyway, so I have that history, right? Fine. So many years later, many years later, I then joined the company that I'm working for. It's a business. We are in the tendering space. I think the year was 2018, around about March 2018. There's a government department that we had a contract with, and we had a number of sites that we're servicing. And one of those sites was Port Elizabeth, formerly known as Gqeberha, but by that time it was Port Elizabeth. I think I don't think it had changed to Gqeberha by that time. It was Port Elizabeth. Anyway, so let me start here. So what happens, there's the contract, right? So this Friday, I remember I was not having a good day that day. Something was weighing heavily on me. So I'm not too sure I went to work that day or I was in bed the whole day, but when the phone call came, I was in bed. I was actually in this room. I was in this room sleeping. And then I remember it was one of those days where, man, you just want to sleep because the room was pitch dark. I was sleeping. And then the phone rings. It was around about 7, something to 8 o'clock in the evening. The phone rings and I see the number it's a 041 number, Port Elizabeth number. Now we do work on weekends sometimes, so getting a call from was to be expected sometimes, but I was so out of it. I was not even sure if we're supposed to work that weekend or not in PE. So I picked it up, and a man speaks, and he says he's so-and-so manager from so-and-so, and then he proceeds to say that thing that we were doing needs to come to an end because I found Jesus. So I'm like, okay. I drop the call and I go back to sleep. Like, it was one of those situations where, you are in your room, it's pitch dark, and you don't even have the strength and the want to get up and switch on the lights. Like, I told myself, and that's it. Because even when the phone was ringing, it just lit up the whole room, and all I did was just to slide my hand to it, and I'm like, okay. And like that thing where you don't want to wake up, you're like sleeping, and then you just place your phone on your cheek. That's just where I was. And I remember this guy Clifford. So another call comes in from the same number. Pick it up. And this time now it's a woman talking. So she's shouting at this point, calling me names. And the gist is a condom was found in the car, and somehow my name came up. How, I don't know. And Nama didn't ask. All I did was to say to her, Oba, listen, I only have a work. And then 2 minutes. Okay, I need to change batteries. I'll be back.